Hi, my name is Joanie''s. Welcome to my channel. If you haven't been to my website, please visit jonieswhitelighthealing.com. I'm doing in-person sessions for folks who are local to North Central New Jersey, and folks also have the option of seeing me by Skype and Facebook video and FaceTime, and they can listen to me by phone. All modalities are equally effective. I became gifted with abilities around 2003, 4, 5. I did not believe in any of this. I thought it was a hoax. I began channeling departed ones and pets, doing hands-on healing, both in person and remote, and it goes on from there. I never, ever expected for any of this to happen. I bring in the highest of Christ light, meaning the ones who had the enlightenment moments. Archangels and angels, departed ones and guides, elementals, star beings, consciousnesses. I bring in as a collective, as one voice for folks to learn, to have validation and support, clarification. I am here to assist with the awakening of humanity. It is not the Joanie Show. It's not about me. It's the Lightworker sense of urgency. I just got to do this, folks. It's when I had to become a therapist and folks said, why do you want to do that? You're not going to make any money. And I said, I just have to help people. I just have to do this. So that's why I'm here. There are no timestamps on this video. Spirit knows when you will be watching. So it is July 27, 2020. And if you happen to see this at another date, it probably will resonate. Put it on the shelf if it doesn't. I received the download a year ago, July 2019, that I would be doing flash readings. And a year later, here I am. I will probably be going live at some point. Starting in January 1st, 2020, I started doing YouTubes where I started channeling. Then this thing hit, and I've been putting a lot of information out. Not as much readings per se, as Joanie's words, with some messages from Spirit as well. So what I thought I would be talking about today is about being prepared, and in case there's another event that might occur that might be shocking, disconcerting, frightening. I'm not a fear pornist or fear pornographer. I am not about doom and gloom. I'm about watching patterns, going with my gut, and following articles as well as channeled material. So I thought I would put this out for folks that might want to hear a bit about this. So there's word on the street, both in the truther community and in the lightworker channeled message community, that there might be another event that could happen. The months September and November kind of ring out a bit. What I would suggest is people have supplies on hand for at least a month. That's what I would say. So you go inside and you take that information and see how that feels. In order for there to be a changeover with Earth, the evil and the darkness must be excised. It must bubble up to the surface and be eliminated. And that's what's happening now. So if you're wondering, well, I don't see anything being eliminated, I only see bad, I don't see anything disappear, I can share with you that there are many things going on behind the scenes, covert operations, and there are things that are going on in the ethers. There's a spiritual war between light and dark that's going on in the ethers, and that we are winning, that the light workers, the light warriors, the white hats, the alliance, there are many terms, the good are in fact winning. So keep that in mind. So to get back to preparation, you need to ask yourself, well, if I had a hurricane or a flood or a tornado, let's say the flood doesn't affect you where you have to be displaced, but if you were at home for an extended period of time, what would you need? Now, chances are you've already gone through this before, but now the world's opened up a bit and you're able to shop. What I would do, I would probably write a list of the things that you found that you needed, where the supplies were low or had disappeared, and I would probably go out and get them again. I don't know whether electricity would go out. I don't quite know what is going to happen. But for example, I've gotten sardines and oatmeal and raisins and peanut butter and powdered peanut butter, things that you don't need to heat up, and water. And after you've done, well, toilet paper and garbage bags. After you've done that exercise and you've gotten what you need, the most important thing to do is not to go to a place of fear, not to believe that it will happen. When you spiritually distance and remove yourself emotionally and go neutral on this, and you get real practical, then you can actually say, well, you know what, it's good to be prepared, but smooth sailing, all's well, I'm safe. And then what you've got that for yourself, and then you can start spreading that out. Well, my community is safe, my family is safe, my town is safe, my state, my country, the world. We are well, we are happy, we are joyous. There is peace and love, and it is abundant. So you need to be straddling both third dimensional reality, which is the physicality, and be prepared, be practical, and straddle and then start playing with the law of attraction. Your thoughts create your reality. So I suggest making a very good movie. I always say that. What type of a movie do you want? Do you want one that goes down the tubes, or do you want one that explodes into fireworks of joy? I'm going down the ladder. That's my movie. It's a Woodstock. It's a party. It's of unity. It's of grace. There's no ego involvement. The ego is there just to analyze, but there's humility. There's no better than, less than. No leveling up. No disgracing, hating on, demanding, coercing, chiding, gaslighting. None of it. This is happening as we speak. If we all could imagine collectively that we create this nirvana, it will come to pass. And I believe that we are in this now. We are flipping over from the dark, ucky to a beautiful, crisp and clean and shiny new reality. I don't know when, in fact, we are going to see complete peace and joy and dancing in the streets, but we're here. We are all souls that knew that this was going to happen, and we wanted to be here and have front row seats. If you think you're a fool, I would disagree with you that your soul knew and that you could not wait to incarnate to be here at this time of Jubilee. I'm going to see if Spirit has anything to add to what I've shared. Okay, so this is, Spirit comes right in and talks about those that are disgruntled with work. So if you are unhappy at your job, make decisions accordingly. If you need to shift, do this. If that's the most important thing for you, if you are hungry for more, take the plunge and go and get something new. That surprised me as a channel. I didn't expect it to get very specific, but there's someone who, or some folks that are watching this now, and it probably resonates with you. That's why it came forth. Boom. Let's see if there's anything more. So I see the metaphor of cutting down with an axe the tree right at its base, and that's getting down to the roots of something. So it seems that we need to work on cutting away from things that are old, that cutting down the old tree that's dead. So if you find that there are things that are on your property, in your life, in your vicinity, in your reality, that are old, and you find them disgraceful and unnecessary, rid yourself. You have the tools. There's the axe. Rid yourself of what does not serve you anymore. And I see a giant trunk. So we're talking, some of this is really heavy stuff to do, really possibly challenging, because it's a big bam right at the trunk, at the base of the tree. That will enliven you and give you more confidence if you're able to separate, distance yourself, or cut yourself from some heavy duty situations that are not serving you at all. And they feel old. They give me the word historic. So they're old situations that are just hanging on. Do you really need them anymore? This will assist you in lightening your spirit. The suffering, I feel that there are many of you who are suffering and you need to find ways to move through this. That suffering is not serving you. It is experiencing your feelings. But if you're just suffering and you're not doing anything with it past that, are you finished suffering? Be an experience. But if you're just doing it because you forgot that you were and you're still doing it, consider moving out of that. It's like being in a parking space, right? And you've turned on the car and the gas is on and you're running the gas and you're polluting the air. And who knows if you even have your car on recirc. And you might even find that some of the gas fumes are starting to get underneath the carriage and they're coming up through the vents and they're in the car. It's like you might be so engaged. Maybe you're writing something, you're on the phone, you're texting, you're looking at things, you're putting on your makeup, whatever you're doing, that you've forgotten that you're in the parking space and the gas is running. Wake up. No need to run the gas anymore. You're going to suffocate. You do not need to remain in that parking spot with the gas on. Move out. The gas is on. You're already alive. You're in motion to a certain extent. You just need to pull back and drive. Do what you need to do to get yourself in motion. This suffering with no destination is useless. If the suffering is happening now because you got to get it out and you haven't fully experienced the pain, great, do it. But if you have gone past the point and it's old, wake up. Move out of this, move into something new. And I feel like you're terrified. Some of you are absolutely gone. So see a therapist, do some tapping, the emotional freedom therapy, emotional freedom technique, EFT. Do something if you're terrified, because that's not going to get you anywhere and you're going to be scaring a whole bunch of other people. The low vibration folks do not make great movies. If you're in fear, chances are your outcomes will suck. I highly suggest you move from pain and suffering to that of hope, trust, faith, gladness, appreciation, forgiveness. Go back in. Some of you need just abject humility. Some of you have so much bravado that you just need to stop this. That the ego involvement is great and it's pushing people away. People do not want to hear you. In your over-ego involvement, it is obvious that you are suffering. People who have over-ego involvement, bravado, peacock-ishness, blowhardishness, it is a sign that there is discontent within. It is not a sign of contentedness and confidence. Therefore, work on yourself. Do what you need to do to get strong. If you have insecurities, write them down and get help if you need to. No one will help you but you. You know that they know. That they know that you understand what they're saying through me, through Joanie. It's okay not to feel comfortable with yourself. It's okay not to be secure, but you don't have to always be like that. You could work on yourself. That God, spirit, source, whatever you want to call it, is holding you in grace and wishing that you would find peace. And the way that you would do that is by talking to someone professionally. Take a moment out of your day to rest, folks. Just rest. And if you wish to pray or meditate, please do so. Some people need to stretch. Their arms are tired and they need to reach out forward. This and a bit of this. Just some of this. Some of this, it'll help people very, very much. I see the stretching strengthens the soul. Have something to look forward to as well. Put something on the calendar and make it a goal point, goalpost. People need projects with end dates where they have something to look forward to. Just going to go back in, see if there's any last bits regarding preparation, and if there is anything that does occur. We are all in this together as a collective. We are very, very strong. I highly suggest prayer. I suggest opening up your heart chakra, which is in the center of your chest, and beaming out love to the universe. And that you could do this every day. And you could ask a child to do that if they're upset, if they're concerned. You could sit with them. And with training, you both can do this on a regular basis, and you will feel well. You will feel higher and lighter and more confident and in control of a situation that's mighty uncontrollable. It's divinely ordered. It's fantastical. Do what you need to do for yourself. Make a good movie. Imagine the best outcome possible. Be true to yourself and others. And I will see you again. Bye, y'all.